I remarked in the last podcast, I said I'd probably have a better understanding of economics versus all these guys all these ministers in front benches if I just read this book. And you said, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That level of acumen just doesn't exist anymore. I mean, I think it was John Anderson, former Deputy Prime Minister, he remarked that no longer do we have people going into politics with their area of expertise coming into reform that industry. So like, immigration officer or a police officer coming in to target that portfolio, or an accountant to target the budget, or, instead we get they're all lawyers, they're all serial politicians, they're all union guys that have actually, and even the union guys, they're not from the industry.
Yeah.
They are from sucking on the teat of these unions.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's not like, oh yeah, this guy ran a bricklaying company for 30 years. He understands the industry. It's like, no, it's not what he used to be.
Yeah.
Is that the situation in Victoria? Because unions are a big deal down there.
Certainly on the Labor side, absolutely. I think every one of them was a union member. On our side, to be fair, the first treasurer in the government, that Ted Bailey's government, was a guy called Kim Wells, who was an accountant, which I highlighted when I was speaking, that we had a minister that was a former teacher, which is education minister that was a teacher, an accountant that was the treasurer. So two made for positions from their past experience, which I thought was tremendous as far as that's concerned, because you didn't see that on the other side. One, because they weren't from that, like you said, that lawyers or union delegates. Education, public service, that they're not designed for that portfolio. So it's amazing when you see a treasurer like Tim Pallas down there. What is exactly you going to do? Well, he's going to spend, and that's exactly what he did. It's easier to spend. It's easy to get that credit card, wave it around, and spend on what you want.
Can I ask, what's going on with the CFMEU union? I mean, from an outsider's perspective, it's all a bit confusing.
Yeah, it tends to be, but it was well known in Victoria that the CFMEU are not good guys. They're not good guys at all. I've had no dealings with them personally, but just when you see their attitudes, when you hear the Labor guys talking about the CFMEU, and I think if I don't know anything and my opposition is favourable towards them, then I look at it going, I'm probably not going to be too favourable towards them.
Yeah.
But they've proved that. I mean, good on them for writing contracts for their employees, where employees are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just on one point, my brother-in-law, he gets $180,000 a year for flicking signs.
Oh wow!
Now I heard that in the newspaper. He actually told me that's what he got. Oh wow, that's incredible. I should go flick signs for a little while. But my goodness! Yeah. So if he's getting that, what are the other guys getting?
We were talking about that yesterday.
Oh, is that right? Well, now you know. I know someone personally.
Yeah, literally.
Who told me that?
We were saying 200 plus, weren't we, Rami? Yeah. And we were saying a lot of the girls in Sydney. I was like, why is it they often end up being OnlyFans girls, the girls that are flicking these signs? It's just, it reminded me, like, well, look, it's probably just from Western Sydney. But no, I was going to say with the CFMEU, so they've just been basically under audit, I guess, or under administration or forced administration from the federal government, trying to wrap it up. From an outsider's perspective, I've never liked unions in terms of the construction ones. They obviously played an important role in the past with different work standards 100 years ago, but now it's like it's a beast unto itself. I remember my dad used to talk about the construction unions, and they'd kick them off the sites because they were just like, get out of here, this is not your site, trying to force us to pay these union dues when we don't owe you anything. And so he didn't have a very favourable view of them. And so from an outsider's perspective, especially in Victoria, I see them as very thuggish.
Yes.
And on top of that, I see what's going on at a federal level. It's almost like Labor's gotten elected on this beast of a thing, and now it's like the revolution eats its own first, the ones that got them there. Am I dead wrong on that, or is that...
Well, in Victoria, the Labor Party and unions are very, very close. They're linked. They cannot be separated. They just cannot be. If they have a tiff, they're never going to vote Conservative.
Yeah.
So they might have these arguments and whatever else. Jacinta Ella hasn't come out strong against the union. She may have a couple of times, minimal, but nothing. It seems like business as usual, Joel.